So what are the consequences of not changing, of staying the same, being stuck in the same patterns of behavior, the same routines? I'm talking specifically to those who aren't living a satisfying life, to those who are suffering, to those who are working the same unfulfilling job because they feel they have to pay the bills and survive, whose energy is always focused on surviving, to those who seem to get themselves in the same situations over and over again, who might ask themselves, why do these things keep happening to me? And the harsh truth is, these things are not happening to you. They are happening from you. No matter where you go, no matter how hard you try to escape, you can never run away from yourself. Whatever problems you have within you that need to be fixed will not be solved by anything in the external world. Destroy this idea that once I have this job, then things will be better. Once I get in this relationship, then I'll be happy. Once I have some money, once I move out of my rundown home, stop looking into the future for your happiness, because the future is where your dreams go to die. Because tomorrow never comes. It's a false sense of hope that many poor souls get trapped in. I only need to stick it out this many more years, and then things will be good. Things will get better. Any kind of future desires and dreams are mostly distractions from the truth. Kill the future. And I will tell you right now what you can do instead to ensure that you live whatever life that you desire. No matter how big your dreams are, no matter how lofty your goals might be, forget any idea of a practical life, unless that's what you want. But I guarantee you, few people would actually agree to slaving away just to get by, just to live a simple life. Why wouldn't you want to live in abundance and then choose a simple life? To not have to struggle so hard just to get by, just to survive. Because it doesn't have to be that way. And if you don't think you're at risk for spending 20, 30, 40 years living a life that you hate, or living a life that's even just unsatisfactory, well, I'll tell you, many people are in this situation right now. Many people are looking back on their life with a sense of regret. Maybe I could have done more. Maybe I could have been better. And what a bitter end to this tragedy. All because they decided at one point that life is just the way it is, and that this is just what I have to do. They accepted their sentence as a slave, never realizing that the cell door was open the entire time. But in a deep, unconscious way, there is safety in the cell. There's safety of being put in a box In this box, perhaps it's presented to you, and so society says, this is how you should be, this is what you should do with your life. But in the end, you still agreed, or you may have disagreed. Do you really think that on your deathbed, you will even care 1 ounce about the bills you had to pay, about the days where you didn't know how you were gonna feed yourself, feed your family? All those days of stress and fear, what did they amount to? Will they be important on your deathbed? And we have to really get clear on this, because oftentimes when life is plentiful, when we're young, when we believe we have a lot of life left, it's easy to give our attention and our energy to things that don't really matter. We're in abundance, so we can waste time. We're careless. But as you get older, you begin to realize the value of time. You begin to see the mistakes of the youth, the mistakes of pride, of carelessness. Time humbles you, and it makes you remember what things truly matter. Project yourself into the future. See time for its scarcity, not for its abundance. You will begin seeing all the time that is wasted on frivolous things, on gossip, on negativity, on complaining. Time will rip away all that is not true. And the closer one gets to death, there are only a few things left that truly matter. And as you get closer and closer, you find there is only one thing that truly matters. So I will tell you how not to fall into this trap of regret, of living a life you do not enjoy, of escaping a job that is unsatisfactory. I see it on people's faces, how they wish they were somewhere else, but they have to be where they are. They have to do these things. You're a slave. The door was open. The door is always open until you arrive on your deathbed. Perhaps that is when the door closes, and there is no time left to remedy our mistakes, to change. And it is often only when death finds its way to us do we begin making the changes. Because the world is so distracting, we get caught in the hypnosis of daily life, forgetting about what is truly important until life violently reminds us. But we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait for a crisis. We don't have to wait until death is at our door. And so the path to avoiding this tragedy that many people experience is quite simple. It's that you redirect your attention, your purpose in life, to be focused on the act of self-discovery, of self-reflection, of self-improvement. Because everything that you experience is nothing but a reflection of what is inside you now. And and your environment will never change until you change. I like to often quote from the movie Insidious, say, it's not the house that's haunted. So no matter where you go, no matter how far you try and escape, it's like a shadow. The darkness will be following you all along the way. So don't waste your time trying to change your environment. Don't waste your time trying to do different things, to work different jobs. Maybe if I go to school and get a good degree, maybe then I'll be happy. Maybe if I can rise up to my parents' expectations, maybe I'll feel more loved. Maybe if I can fit into society's standards, then I'll be accepted by the people around me. Don't get distracted by the noise of this world, because that is all it is. First, turn your attention inward. Know thyself. Understand why you are the way you are. Because the information is there at all times. But the reason why people remain a slave is because they never choose to look at it. It's been said that people will do anything to avoid facing their own soul. And I will tell you from personal experience, there is nothing more horrifying than the truth. So it's no wonder why people choose to turn their face away from it. But the consequences and the punishment far outweigh the pain. The pain of looking yourself in the mirror and facing the ugliness, the darkness, and also seeing the beauty. But it's not the beauty that people are running away from. Once you turn within, focus on finding peace, finding happiness, change how you feel in the present moment, journal and reflect upon your thoughts, reflect upon the words that you speak, see your patterns of behavior, your tendencies, look at all your habits, because until then you will have no idea why your life is the way it is. You will not see how you are creating every single experience. And so it's very simple. Change the paradigm in which you are perceiving reality. Stop looking at life happening to you and see that life is happening from you. How am I creating the experience? Seek only to discover yourself. Do not be a student of school in the external world. I mean, you can do this, but I'm trying to make a point. Do not focus on work. Do not focus on getting money, achieving goals. Do not focus on manifesting dreams. Take all of your attention and focus it on who you are becoming in the process. You are both Michelangelo and the statue of David. We are all in the process of sculpting this work of art we call our life. When we change our perspective to focus on who we are becoming, to focus on shaping ourselves, then it absolutely does not matter what happens to you. Because every moment, every situation that you experience is an opportunity for growth, is an opportunity for change. You can be in the same mundane job that you've been experiencing. And the moment the switch flips in your mind and you change your focus, you will begin learning lessons. Things will come to you exactly at the right time to shape you in the person you need to become. That is why people remain a slave. It's because they do not see the lessons, or they do not see how their experiences are designed specifically for them to shape them into a better character. They avoid looking themselves in the mirror, and they think they can distract themselves in the shiny objects of the world, but there is no running away from the shadow. It will follow you wherever you go. It's time to face yourself. Observe the way that you judge other people, because when you judge other people, this is nothing but a reflection of your own self. And so there's a lot of valuable information here. What you despise in others, you despise in yourself. What you reject in others, you reject in yourself. And we do this partly to avoid association with our unacceptable parts. So we project it on other people. So we get a sense of, okay, those people are like that, but I'm not that way. When in fact you are exactly that way. It's just those traits are running in the unconscious, in the shadow, and they're creating havoc in your life because you refuse to see them. So long as we continue to blame other people, to be a victim for all the bad things in our life, for all the problems, and we will forever remain a slave. Change yourself, and the world will change on its own. Fix what's on the inside, and your problems will fix themselves. The greatest problem is that we continuously get in the way of life. We stop the blessings from entering into our lives. Focus on becoming the ideal version of yourself. Who do you dream to be? What are your highest aspirations? Every single person on this earth has a calling from within that is directing them toward a certain path, toward certain outcomes. As long as you don't cut off this dream in the name of practicality, well, then you will always have the opportunity to actualize it. The easiest way to change your reality is to take the time and to feel what it would be like to be the dream version of yourself. Practice the art of visualizing. Develop the skill. Develop the skill of being in tune with your feelings and your emotions. Be grounded in the present moment. Use hypnosis and subliminal recordings to plant seeds in your unconscious mind. once you practice the art of controlling your emotional state, once you start feeling the emotions that you want to feel, once you start feeling good, once you start feeling peaceful, well, then life isn't so much of a struggle. You don't have to spend so much time on survival. Fix the feeling first. Don't believe that the feeling is in the future. The feeling is here now. Find the peace first. Find the happiness first. And everything else will fall into place. But spend your energy trying to achieve and struggle to believe that your desired outcomes are in the future. Well, then your peace and your happiness will always be somewhere in the future. Chase money, chase relationships, chase dreams, chase work. If you're chasing all these things, well, then there must be a reason why they're running away from you. It is often because those who are desperate, those who are in lack, those who are needy, they are repulsive. People cannot stand being around them. And this is one of those things that where sometimes life just isn't fair because it's often not their fault. It's often some kind of trauma, difficult experiences that they went through, the lack of love in their life. But because that person may refuse to look in the mirror, they will continue to push away everybody around them and never really know why. But if that person were to reflect, to fix themselves within, and they would change their energy, life wouldn't be repulsed by them, and they could begin attracting the things they actually desire. Change the energy first, and the world will change around you. You could spend a whole lifetime out in the world, never truly be able to change your energy. That is why people stay stuck. They remain in the same energy their whole life, that of lack, that of negativity. That is why people often need a crisis in order to get them to change, because it's a wake-up call. When life is comfortable, when it's business as usual, it's easy to get caught in the same routines, the same habits, the same behaviors. We have to wake up, snap out of it. It's a hypnosis. We're caught in a dream. And for most people, it's a nightmare.